Hey everybody, this is Glenn. Welcome to my kitchen. This is Glenn's Gourmet Eats. Today we're going to be making wonderful banana bread. I think everybody that I know loves a good banana bread. So let's get started on this. Okay, I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees and it's on the middle rack. And I have an 8.5 by 4.5 inch loaf pan here. And I'm just going to get some butter in there. It says that, you can use spray. I'm going to use spray. But I always like to use a little bit of butter in the pan because it does give that little extra flavor in there. So what I do is I just take this butter and I rub it all on the bottom here. And we'll get on the sides. And we'll give it a good coating in here. Make sure you get in those corners really good because that's mostly where the cakes and batters will stick after they're cooked. So just get it a good coating all on the sides here. And there we go. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I have my Pam spray and we're just going to give that a little spritz on the bottom there. Take a paper towel and get that incorporated on the bottom, the sides. That will just give that extra little protection of non-sticking here, besides the butter. Good. Okay, I don't know if I missed a screen there, but what I have in here is 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. That's baking soda, not baking powder. Don't mix the two because they're different things. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm just stirring that around and getting that a mix. Doesn't have to be perfect incorporated because it's going to mix as we get into the batter there, but we'll do want to get it mixed a little bit here. Okay, here's the twist. You want 6 very ripe bananas. When they turn ripe, I put them in the freezer and then I put them out to defrost, and that's what these look like. They're very black, but the sweetness really comes out and the liquid comes out. And these ones I did not have in the freezer, but they're ripened on the counter pretty well. As you can see, they're really speckled. If you're using these, there's no need to go to the next step, but because we're having some of these, we're going to go to the next step. And I'm going to show you what that is. Okay, I'm going to put these 3 bananas into a microwave-safe bowl here. That's 1. Here we got 2. And 3 here. And then I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap. Okay. I'm making sure this plastic wrap on here is fairly tight around here. And with a paring knife, just going to make a few vent holes. Just a few. Just so the steam escapes here. I think that's good. What we're going to do is put this in the microwave on high power for about 5 minutes. And it's going to mush it down and the liquid's going to come out. As you see, the 2 here I put aside, liquid is already coming out. They don't need to be microwaved. They're going to be enough liquid in there for what we need. So let's get these in the microwave for about 5 minutes. Okay, while those ones are microwaves, I'm going to open these up. And I have a mesh strainer over a pot here. So let me lift this up. It's really soft, full of liquid. So like I said, we don't need to microwave that. Let me find a place to put this up in the sink for now. That's what I want. But you can see how mushy this is. Like I said, I had this, it turned brown and I just froze it. So squeeze all that juice out of there because you want that juice. Okay, that's 1. And then we'll get the next one. And we'll get that open. There we go. There we go. Nice. And we'll squeeze that out. Get all that good juice out of there. And then when I was defrosting it, some of the juice came on the plate here. So I'm just going to dump that in there. I'm going to wash my hands and we'll get ready for the other bananas. Okay, our bananas have come out of the microwave. And here they are. The bowl is very hot. Be careful when you open this because steam will come out and it will burn you, believe me. So just open it up a little bit and then you can take the rest off here. All right, looks good. All right, so what I'm going to do now, after I clean this out, is I'm going to take this bowl here and I'm going to put this in the strainer as well. And, okay, here we go. And we're just going to let it sit here for about 15 minutes and collect the juices on the bottom here. And we should have, when we're finished, about 3/4 of a cup. Somewhere between a 1/2 cup and 3/4 cup. So I'm just going to let that sit. Okay, let's see where we are. Let me grab a measuring cup here. Like I said, hopefully we have between a 1/2 cup and 3/4 of a cup of this liquid when it's all said and done here. All right, here we go. So put this in the bowl over here, and here's my measuring cup, and we'll pour that in there. Wow, look at that, 1/2 cup. So let me just wipe the edge down here on this. I'm going to put that on my stove, and I'm going to drip it here. So there we go. Okay. Okay, you can see I got my pan on the stove here, and I'm going to pour this liquid back in there. And I'm going to bring this up to a boil. And we'll come back when that comes up to a boil. Because what we're going to do is let that simmer, or actually boil, down to a 1/4 cup. And what that's going to do is reduce the liquid and intensify the flavor. Okay, we got about 20 seconds left to go. About 5 minutes I've had this on, and you can see how it's boiling. It's not like a high boil, but it is kind of simmering pretty well there. I'm hoping I got this down to 1/4 cup, but you can see it's thickened up a little bit. And let's move you over here after this buzzer goes off, and we'll see what we have. All right, here's the test. Let's see. You can see this up here, right? Can you? I think you can. Yeah, okay. Let's pour that in there. Wow, I'm impressed. I got it down to a 1/4 cup exactly. You can see that. So let me get this in the sink and give this a quick rinse here. That banana stuff is real sticky, and I don't want to be scraping out a pot of thickness. Now what we're going to do is add this 1/4 cup of reduced banana syrup, juice, whatever you want to call it, back into the banana puree. And I'm going to take a potato masher, and we're really going to give this a good mashing and get all those lumps out of there. Okay, I can turn that off now. But yeah, so I'm just going to move this around, and it is 8 o'clock and I'm missing my Knicks Sixers game, so hopefully get this done soon, get it in the oven, and I can sit back and enjoy the basketball game that's on tonight. When I got that all smooth, we'll get on to the next step here. But like I said, that reduced syrup is really going to add a great, rich banana flavor to this. All right, so I think we're good to go here. All right, to this, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And put the cap back on this. Don't leave caps off things, because if you knock them down, you'll be cleaning up. So I'll give that a mix. I have 1 stick of butter that's been melted and slightly cooled. So I'm going to add that to the mixture. Come on, this has got bananas in it. It's got to be healthy, right? Yeah, you got to have butter. Butter makes everything better. All right. I'm going to add, let me give that a whisk here. When you're adding ingredients, it's better to incorporate them one at a time. Now I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. I have 2 eggs here. And there's my second egg. Finish whisking that here. And I have 3/4 a cup of light brown sugar. And we'll finish that off here. Get all that good stuff mixed in there, and we're good to go. And now we're bringing back our flour, salt, and baking soda mixture. And I'm going to grab myself a, let's see here, spatula, rubber spatula, because I'm going to fold this in. And I'm going to take this liquid and we're going to pour it into here. Now, because I don't have them, but I wish I did, you can use walnuts that you've toasted. I'll get you the exact amount in a second here. Let me get all this out here. There we go. I think we got a good amount. All right. Whoops. There. Wash my hand a little bit. Got banana sticky all over it. And as a promise, tell you how much you would use for the walnuts. About a 1/2 cup toasted and chopped coarsely. So what I'm going to do is just fold this batter in here, just until I don't see any more streaks of flour in mixture. You don't want to overfold, or overmix, I should say. You don't want to really, because that would make a very tough batter, and you want a light, fluffy batter for a banana cake. So folding is just going around the edges and twisting like that towards the center. Got it? And that keeps your batter light, as I said before. We're almost there. Most batters, you don't want to overmix. That goes for pancakes. We're almost there. I can see it. Just till I don't see any more white streaks. See how I'm turning the bowl as I rotate to get all. Okay, I think we're good here. Okay, I have my prepared pan here now, and we're gonna take this batter and put it right into this prepared pan here. Remember, the pan is greased with a little bit of butter and a little bit of baking pan. I have my water on, you can hear in the background, because I'm trying to soak all this stuff because it is really sticky. It's almost like glue. You touch it and your fingers stick together. Make sure you get as much out as you can. You don't want to waste. Good stuff like this, at least. All right, I think we're good here. Now I'm just gonna tap that down a little bit. Good. All right. Now you're probably questioning why I only used 5 bananas in this recipe, but I have my 6th here, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a knife. I'm gonna get that skin off here, and we're gonna cut them diagonally here, about a 1/4 inch thick here. I think you can see what I'm doing, right? Yep, okay. here. Oh, good, good. What we're going to take with these bananas is we're going to shingle them, leaving about a 1/2 inch down each side of the loaf here. So, there we go. Down that side. And let's go start the other side here, just like that. We'll see what we have left over and we'll fit them in there. Looks like a good amount here. There we go. Let's get one more down here and one more down here, and then we can maybe run these down the middle here. And then, yeah, they're sticky. There we go. And we got this last one here. Put that right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, my bad. You don't want to put any down the center here. So let's continue to shingle these a little bit more, because you want to give room so this can rise, and if you have the center blocked off, then it's not going to work very well. So we'll just kind of shingle these in here. I don't want to waste the bananas here. There we go. I think we're good there now. All right. Now, okay, what I'm going to do is I have 2 teaspoons. I have one here, and I'm going to get the other one, and we're just going to sprinkle this evenly on the whole loaf. So I'm going to get the sides and make sure you get everything here. Like I said, this is the first teaspoon. We're going to do 2 of these. So I'm going to go down the back here and along the side here. Okay, that's 1. And here's 2. Looks good. Okay. We're going to pop this in the oven, 350-degree oven, middle rack, for about 1 hour and 5 minutes. And we'll come back and we'll see if it's done. We'll put a cake tester in there and make sure it comes out clean. In the meantime, while this is baking, I can watch my game. Okay, it's 55 minutes. I said this can go anywhere between 55 minutes and 75 minutes. So I'm just going to pull it out and see if it's done yet, because I don't want to overdo it. But that's what it looks like. I have a cake tester here. It's just a little prong here that I stick in there. You can use a skewer or a toothpick. Just don't use a knife, because you'll put a big hole into it and it comes out clean. So that means it's done. So what I'm going to do is let it sit here for about 15 minutes before we unload that, and take it from there. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is take a plate, and this is not hot anymore. So what I'm going to do is put this plate over this, and I'm going to invert really quickly like that, and hopefully this slides out real easily, and it does. So next thing I'm going to do is I want to cool this on a wire rack here, because if you put it or leave it in the pan or put it on a bottom plate, this is going to continue to steam and will get all soggy, and you don't want that. So what I'm going to do is just put that on the wire rack and do this again, and there we go. Voila, we have our banana bread. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer. In the meantime, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. God bless. Until we meet again, take care.